Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Christopher Aaron. It is June 19th, 2019. We're looking at gold breaking its 2016 peak. And I want to stop for a moment before I start this video and just kind of describe here who I'm talking to, because you have to know your audience a little bit. And I do know some of you. I know some of you personally. I've met some of you. With some of you, we email back and forth. Some of you have spoken with me on Twitter or by consultation, and then we have a number of premium subscribers out there. But there's a whole group of you out there, and I'm honored that you find some information here that is valuable. I really am. And with that said, I have to say who this video is for. Now, there are different groups. There are stackers. If you're a stacker, this video is not for you. It simply is not for you. If you want to continue watching it, by all means do. I think you'll actually benefit from it. But this video is really not for you. I'll tell you why in a moment. Who is this video for? This video primarily is for the group of precious metals investor who has significant disposable income, who maybe has anywhere between $50,000 and $5 million that they are investing in the precious metals sector. And this represents a portion of their portfolio that they are looking to try to hit a home run. They're trying to look to change their lives for the future. Right? To change their lives, to change their children's lives, but through this investment. Okay? Through getting this right. And so this represents a challenge in front of you. Getting this right. This is who this video is for. Now, stackers. And I want to say, with part of my portfolio, I stack the precious metals. I think everyone should do this, just to let you know. I think everyone should accumulate precious metals. But look, that's not going to make you rich. If gold goes to 2,000 or 3,000, it's still not going to make you rich. And there are people out there who are trying to become rich or trying to balance their portfolios in the precious metals based on other things. So this is a presentation for them, okay? Let's look at this. Jerome Powell spoke today, Federal Reserve Chairman. This was a meeting by the Fed. To be honest, I watched every word of it, and there was not a whole lot new. He basically just said, we are monitoring the economy, and we are planning to raise interest rates unless we see a reason not to, and then we'll lower interest rates. And we might do that. And some Fed governors think we're going to do that, but I'm not going to make a comment either way, is basically what Jerome Powell said. He said, we will evaluate the situation as it goes along, and we'll make a decision as we go along. Okay, so this was a non-meeting, except that he opened up the possibility, at least officially, for rate cuts. Now, let's look at the price action in gold for a moment. And here was the 2016 peak. Okay, so we've eclipsed that. That's a good sign from a technical perspective. We switch over and look at silver, and silver is the most undervalued that it has been now in the last 30 years, 30 years relative to gold. And there are two ways to look at that. Silver is either a screaming buy, or the fact that it's this undervalued is actually casting a warning signal into gold's advance. Okay, now why is this video today not for the stackers specifically? Although I love you and I honor you as a human being, I know that you are going to stack the precious metals no matter what. Come hell or high water. If gold goes down to $100, you're going to stack. If gold goes to $5,000, you're going to stack. If silver goes to 50 tomorrow, you're going to stack. If silver drops down to 5 in 6 months, you're going to stack. Excuse my language, but you don't give a shit. You're going to stack the metals. And that is good in some way. If you're in the right demographic, that is good. But in other ways, that is not so good. Okay? And we will get into some of these cost-benefit discussions in future videos. But I'll just say this. If you don't care what happens to the price, but you're going to buy anyway, this video is not for you. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm looking to speak to the individuals who care what is going to happen to the price over the next 6 to 18 months, and especially over the next 3 years. We have looked at this signal, and we will look at it again because it is the most important signal for the precious metals investor that cares about what is going to happen to the price over the near term. And here we see gold trying to break out, and we see on the bottom, this is the price of gold, and on the top, these are the companies that dig this very price of gold out of the ground. And they have just made a six in a row lower peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As gold has just broken its 2016 peak. We saw that in the after hours session tonight. We are still 40% below the 2016 peak. If you have significant assets invested in this sector and you are looking to hit a home run, this signal is setting up to clobber you over the next 6 to 18 months. It's setting up to be a breakout here in the price of gold and a major reversal, which should wipe out all of the gains of the last 5 years. So get ready. If you are heavily invested, if you have in that range of $100,000 to $5 million, I have clients throughout this spectrum. We have some with a little bit more than that, and we have some with a little bit less than that. But we deal in this sector in trying to advise clients to prepare for this highest probability assessment. That is what we do. Once again, the stackers, I honor you. I think you're fighting an incredible battle, but this video inherently cannot be for you because I am talking to the people who want to pay attention to what the price might do based on evidence. And that is what we look at here. We look at that in the premium service. We look at these in this video as we saw. I also work with individuals by consultation and once again, across the spectrum. There is a new service coming out within the next month. I will give you that date. This should be launched in July. It's called Global Market Intelligence. We'll cover the various commodities, stocks, and bonds from a trading perspective, not from an investor perspective primarily. I do want to thank you and remind you to please pay attention to this signal. The miners have made 6 lower peaks. Please protect yourself. Once again, if you are in that category of someone who has between $50,000 and $5 million in disposable assets that you are investing in the sector and you're looking to hit a home run, you're looking for this to be the time that gold breaks out and you strike it rich, I am talking to you. Make sure to protect yourself because this signal has never been wrong.